5 games unbeaten. 5 football matches without a loss. I can't even begin to explain the euphoria that I feel right now. I might not be jumping off the wall, but guys, I've suffered in the last 2 months. Every time I smile, there's a frown around the corner. But for the first time, every single week, I actually feel comfortable. I feel confident. I feel comfortable. I actually believe my team will win the game, or at least not lose. Today was a great performance. Today was brilliant. How strong my defense looked. Konate looked good. Joe Gomez for the injury looked good. Kirkes, I was expecting Mente to cook him. And he actually looked good. He looked decent enough. Before I get to this video, guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel. We're trying to hit 500 subs for the year ends. Please help me get there. Now, a couple things about this game. The midfield of Jones, Gravenberch, McAllister, Szoboszlai, I like that. Wirtz, that kind of 5 central midfielders, but kind of floating around and being fluid. And I'm actually kind of liking what I'm seeing. I'm actually liking it because you're seeing so much connectivity between the midfield, especially Gravenberch and Jones. That pivot, I don't ever want to see a game again without that pivot. I do not want to see Gravenberch and Jones not playing together again. They work so well together. They understand each other's movements so well. The reading of the game is exceptional. Interceptions, exceptional. Strong in the tackle. Great on the ball, comfortable on the ball, and it's so different between the two of them because you have Gravenberch who wants to drive with the ball more. Mind you, they can both do all these things, but I just see it. I see it a little bit more pronounced in each other's game. Gravenberch wants to drive with the ball more. He takes a little bit more shots. He's more aggressive in terms of driving with the ball. Right? Jones is more like he's connecting things. Drops deep. Plays those little cute balls around the corner. Gravenberch would drive, into the attack. Jones will sit back and kind of protect the defense. They're working so well together. They can both do the same jobs, but they do each of their jobs so well differently. And I love it. I've loved every single minute of it, and I want to see more of that. Then you look at Wirtz and Ekitike on that left side, the way they connected, the way they were driving with the ball, getting into attacking areas, getting into key areas, causing havoc, wreaking havoc on the Brighton defense. It was brilliant to watch. It was beautiful to behold. My team playing with such fluidity and such chemistry. Szoboszlai as well. On that right hand side, him and Gomez, before Gomez went off injured, they were moving the ball well. Even McAllister, I'm not the biggest fan of McAllister in that 10 role, but it's been decent enough so far. I would probably like to see him kind of come out of the team, Wirtz go in that position, and then let's see what Ekitike and Ekitike can produce. Even though Ekitike has been struggling with injuries and just form in general, but Ekitike, who else but him right now? He's been the man of the match for us for a couple of games now, and today again, a brilliant first finish. That header from Gomez. You might think, oh, he has a free shot. I think it's Dunk or Van Hecke, whoever it is, closing down so quick. It's such a difficult technique when you know you're about to get, either the ball's about to get slammed out of your feet or you're about to get slammed. So to just have so much accuracy and power in that finish. Verbruggen, no chance. Just flies over his head before he can even dive for it. And then Ekitike, I will be critical of him in this sense. He had a lot of opportunities to create more, either score or create more goals, and he just it's how it is with him sometimes. He's just brilliant, but he creates so many chances. His movement, his pace, his dribbling, his trickery, all that creates so much chances, but he misses some, right? So many times where he drives with the ball, square the ball to Salah, easy chance, fluffs his pass. Gets the ball, drives past 2-3 defenders, free shot, edge of the box, scuffs it left. So like moments like that, he can still improve on. Even though he was exceptional today, he can still improve in those moments. But when Salah comes on after Joe Gomez's injury, who hopefully is not serious, Joe Gomez, by the way, after many seasons of barely getting goals, barely getting assists, still no goals, but now he's racking up assists, he's racking up chances created every single game. You're seeing a little bit more out of his game. in that right back position. And I think when he was playing left back in the past, you didn't see as much creativity. But on the right-hand side, he can do a lot more, and you're seeing that right now. Bradley suspended, Frimpong consistently injured. We needed Gomez in this game, and he definitely showed up. Goes off injured, puts up in that position. We didn't really lose anything. Salah comes on, and you see just so much more fluidity in our attack. The connectivity between Salah, Gravenberch, and Szoboszlai on that right-hand side was brilliant. And then the same thing on the left-hand side with Ekitike, Wirtz, and Jones. Brilliant. Just brilliant. That's the only word I can use for it. Brian probably should have scored at least one of the chances in this game. I thought Minte would do a lot more. I thought seeing Kirk just kind of struggles early this season, Brian would say, you know what, Minte, isolate him, cook him. But he got so much help from Jones, so much help from Wirtz. There was never really an opportunity for him to dominate Kirk like I thought he would, which was great from our perspective. Ruter, Diego Gomez, they didn't really do anything. They didn't really offer anything. Like I wasn't expecting much from them. In the midfield, Baleba, who has fallen off a cliff really this year. Baleba was supposed to be, that guy. Going into this season, him, Wharton, Elliot Anderson, those are kind of the big three midfielders people are expecting have to have a big season and then make a big move. He's fallen off a cliff. He was supposed to be on their level this season, but I think Elliot Anderson's kind of just surpassed all of them, right? He was poor again today, and he just got dominated by Jones. And there was a moment in the first half where Ekitike just breezes past Baleba. And one of Baleba's strengths is his physicality, his tracking back. He can run box to box. He's strong. He's quick. He looked like he was in cement. I don't know if that's more of Ekitike's rapid pace or him just being off it this season. But he's been poor this season. And then you look at Dunk and Van Hecke. Van Hecke is more. I like him more. Dunk for me is past it. Dunk for me is not really. He doesn't really add too much to this Brighton side. So what him and that Brighton team is not the same as it used to be. So he was poor today. Gets his yellow card, gets suspended for the next game. He was poor today. I'm curious about that Diego Gomez red card incident. I'm surprised VAR didn't look at it. I thought it could have been a red card. It reminds me of that Doku incident with McAllister years ago, where he just kicks him in the chest, basically. I'm thinking that's going to be a red card. Referee gives nothing. Okay, cool, whatever. It is what it is. But the Liverpool attack was brilliant. The way everybody works so well together with that lineup specifically, that front six is perfect. I think it works perfectly. I would like to see maybe Wirtz take McAllister's spot, and then you bring in, this Gakpo, Chiesa, Isak, whoever it is, because I think they give us a little bit more in attack and more just physicality as well in that team. But the second goal, mind you, after Salah came on, everything was better. Our attack was better. We were creating more chances. Salah, I really, really wanted him to leave this game with a goal. I never really believed that. That this would be his last game at Liverpool. I don't believe that he's gonna leave the club or anything like that. I was never really pessimistic about that, but I was hoping that he'll leave the game with a goal, and he should have got a goal. The Chiesa chance pass at the end should have been a goal. Ekitike's fluffed pass to him, that should have been a goal. It's more so Ekitike's fault. He should have scored that. He should have left with another assist. The corner that he takes for Ekitike's goal, brilliant. And his delivery from corners this season has been exceptional. We were being held back by Trent. I can't lie to you. We should have been letting Salah take corners. I think before Trent broke into the team, you saw in 2017, 2018, Salah was taking corners, and they were actually quality. They were actually creating chances. So seeing him taking them now, this is great. But obviously now he's gone to AFCON for a month, so we won't be seeing that anytime soon. He should have got another assist. At the end with Robertson, Van Dijk should have been an assist for at least one of them. I know it's expecting a lot for a defender to score from that position, but he should have done better with the pass. So he kind of looked a little bit anxious. He looked like it was a little bit trying to make it work, but he should have left with a lot more in that game. The pass to McAllister in the first half, McAllister, I don't know why you're passing that. Shoot that on goal. Force a save or get the goal. So Salah today was brilliant. Truly, truly exceptional today. And after everything that happened, after all the interviews and all the discourse, Jamie Carragher slot, what Van Dijk and Alisson come out to say, this is the exact kind of game you need to respond. Because now, when you go off to AFCON, you left with such a performance like that, they shouldn't even be thinking about selling you. They shouldn't be thinking about cutting ties with you. You've shown them like you have this much left in the tank. You have a lot to offer Liverpool this season. And when it comes back from AFCON, if we are anywhere in the vicinity, I'm talking 7 points behind the leaders, go for it. You're going to see a different Salah at the end of the season. I promise you that. You're going to see an elevated Salah at the end of the season. I promise you, if there's a chance that we can win the league, he will elevate his game again. But it's just a great overall team performance. Such a balanced team performance that I can truly, truly smile about and say, this is a team I recognize against the team I recognize from last season. Everybody's working well together. Fluidity in the attack. Chemistry. Working hard in the defense. 3 clean sheets in the last 5 games. Really should be 4. We threw away the game at Leeds. The Sunderland goal was a deflection. We haven't really been conceding quality chances in the last 5 games. I'm seeing a turnaround in this team. Hopefully now we just hope that we can continue our form and that the big boys at the top can drop some points. That's the only way we can get back into this title race. But I'm over the moon with this performance. Gavin Burton-Jones in the midfield, exceptional again. Ekitike, obviously, man of the match by far. Verts, creative again. Great game from him again. That front 6 that we've been producing, and we need to next week needs to be played again. There's no reason I should see any of those guys being dropped. Bring in Bradley because I think his suspension is over. Bring in Bradley, keep the same 11, and go again next week. I'm optimistic about every game now, and I haven't said that for a couple months now with this Liverpool team. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. What do you think about this Liverpool team? This performance, this lineup, this kind of 5 midfielders system that we've been using for the last couple of weeks. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you very, very soon. Peace out.